Jaguars.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jaguars coming out for the first time, and it's Gardner Minshew leading the way. Gardner Minshew the second, to be precise. Minshew, the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year a season ago at Washington State. And he didn't get long to acclimate himself to the NFL. He was in there week 1 following the shoulder injury to Nick Foles, and he's acquitted himself quite nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now the offensive unit.
This could be a long game.
Looking to throw it, Minshew, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Hill on the return.
That's it, baby. You got work.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And right away, he lost the football. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
One of the best names in the NFL, Yannick Ngakoue, is one of the better pass rushers in the NFL as well. Back-to-back seasons with 9 sacks or more, he puts pressure on quarterbacks each and every snap.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Grant. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Hard throw, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flushed out right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 2nd down, Swift, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run with Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So weird. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. On third down, it's Grant, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Mahomes' pass caught by Watkins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And break. The tight end's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 24, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Result. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And he's going to go down again. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal. Now brings up a decision on fourth down.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Underneath, he's got Brate. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Minshew throwing on third down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Minshew. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta have the lead against New England.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
18 Gator.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Kansas City, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.